Hi, I'm Anna, and today we'll be talking about streaming media and one web streaming company in particular, called Blip.tv. In fact, we're at Blip TV headquarters in New York City this very moment. I'd like to take you on a tour around the office, tell you a bit more about the company, how it came to life, what it does, and finally, introduce you to one of the 5 co-founders of Blip TV, Dina Kaplan. But first, let's go back to 2005. By then, Facebook has already been created, and people were becoming more and more attached to their electronic gadgets and the access to the World Wide Web. Technology was rapidly evolving, and during the same year, co-founders of Blip TV saw the future of television and the internet, and after a year of hard work, their website was born. Blip.tv utilizes the concept of streaming media. As you probably know, however, the co-founders of Blip TV were not the only ones who realized the potential of web streaming and was fast enough to make a business out of it. Streaming media delivers audio and video content to viewers connected to internet without having to download or purchase the full file to view it. Soon after Facebook, YouTube, and Blip TV were created in 2005, other web companies were also created. The biggest web streaming companies of today are YouTube and Netflix. However, there are many other players on Canadian markets in particular. These websites have played an important role in development of cultural industries in Canada. Being US-based companies, their content is also available in Canada. Not only they deliver Canadian content to Canadians, they also have been a massive platform to showcase Canadian cultures to the rest of the world. There are 2 ways that streaming companies get profits. It is either offering content through an affordable and constant subscription fee, or through selling advertising space. Let us have a chat with my guest for the day, Dina Kaplan. I'm sure she will have more to tell you about this than I do. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the extraordinary Dina Kaplan. Dina, please tell us a little about yourself and the project you've been working on for the past 9 years.
My name is Dina Kaplan. I'm one of the founders of Blip TV, and we're the place to discover the best in original web series, which essentially means that we host what are basically TV shows for the internet. It's original content, it's all serialized, and it's on everything from fashion to beauty to shows about video games to scripted sitcoms and even scripted dramas.
In your interviews, you always talk about how it took almost a year of hard work before the official launch of the project. How did you actually manage to convince advertisers to invest in the website and raise enough funds to start the project?
In the early days of Blip, you were selling to marketers an idea. Hey, wouldn't it be cool to advertise on web video? You have the benefit of the metrics of the web, which can tell you how many people are watching on this ad, or watching this ad, how many people are clicking on it, how many people are engaging it, how many Facebook likes we can drive for you, etc. But you also have the great beauty of the visual of the advantage of a television ad. Obviously, if you have a video ad, it has texture, it can have emotion, it can convey a lot more than a display ad can. And so we would say, okay, you have the benefits of a television ad in terms of the visual and texture and the beauty of that, and you have the benefits of the metrics of the web. But until you're really at scale, it's hard to say, and by the way, we're going to help you sell your product. But now that we're at scale, we can say that and we can show it, and that's one of the reasons that we're seeing such an uptick in advertising dollars to Blip content and all over online video, as long as it's premium. So I should add that you will do a lot better in online video in terms of monetizing your content if the content is premium.
From my understanding, you get most of your profits from selling advertising space to big and powerful corporations. How and when exactly did Blip become successful?
It's been wild to see this transformation. So we started Blip in 2005. At the winter of 2008 to 2009, while the rest of the world was just crumbling economically, essentially advertising for videos went from the off switch to the full on switch. And I think what happened is 2 things. One, Blip reached scale. So we reached 100 million video views, and at that point, that's when it's worth it for Procter & Gamble and Coke and Disney and companies that are not advertising for the sake of it, but relying on you to help you sell their products. General Mills, General Motors, I mean, these are serious marketers. They realize that by advertising on Blip content, they can reach scale, and we can actually drive the needle for them in terms of increasing sales of products that are key and important to them. The second thing is that because we were in the midst, the whole country, the whole world really was in the midst of a financial recession, the metrics became very important. It's very easy to measure how successful your advertising is, and the marketers can go back to their bosses and say, hey, look what we can do with your dollars if we spend it on online video, if we spend it on Blip. Here is exactly what we will get for that. The metrics were fantastic. So because we could report all of that, we ended up seeing a lot more money come into our world. And then that's continuing to happen.
And how is the business these days?
So we now have over 65 employees. They're all around the country. So people working out of Europe as well. And we attract over 300 million video views a month. I believe that we're the largest independently owned video network in North America, if not the world. So it's been very exciting and very rewarding to be on the entrepreneurial ride as part of Blip TV.
Just one final question for you, Dina. How would one start their own TV show on Blip.tv?
If you have an idea for a show and you feel inspired to do one, and you have a video camera and hopefully a tripod as well, the most important thing is just to do it. We used to get tons of calls and emails from people that say, hey, we're thinking about starting a show, can we meet? And of all of the people that ever met with us about wanting to start a show, literally 0% of them started a show.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Dina Kaplan, an extraordinary entrepreneur who once again proves that once you have a vision and a dream, it can be achieved. Thank you, Dina, and we hope to see you soon. To sum up what already has been mentioned, streaming media companies are playing a very important role in developing new Canadian cultural industries. The biggest ones have been YouTube and Netflix. You can also find more information and statistics in your handouts. But before we wrap up today, I would like to point out one more case study, a website known probably to every one of you, YouTube. YouTube website traffic was estimated to be net worth of $803 million and has a monthly advertisement revenue of $33 million. It is a well-known fact that the website that attracts about 350 million views on a daily basis would make money off advertisement. However, not everyone knows about different tools and techniques used by YouTube to generate profits. YouTube uses 3 different tactics to generate profits: through direct advertisers, which is either Google Ads on the panels of the site or video ads before the video is played; sponsored partnerships, which is a major source of revenue for YouTube. This tactic involves partnering up with big media firms and allows them, for a fee of course, to post full-length films and episodes from TV shows on their site. And finally, the concept of bidding keywords. What it essentially means is that when someone posts a video on YouTube, they can bid for their video titles to appear in the list of suggested keywords. And when the search engine makes a video pop up and the person watches the video, YouTube gets paid as well. With technologies developing ever so rapidly and new inventions substituting one another, it is obvious that streaming media has already become one of the many platforms for Canadian cultural industries. While we do not know what destiny is awaiting it, we can surely say that it is just as important as any other media platform.